bottle was unfortunately thrown at you. What did you feel in the crowd these two nights? Did you feel that racism or subtle racism that you had warned about, or had they pretty much kept it strictly about basketball until that incident as you were walking off?
Well, like I said, I've been in some hostile environments where a lot of things have been said to me, a lot of things have been done to my teammates, or I've experienced some type of subtle racism that I'm referring to, where it's just underlying throughout the game. The things that they're saying is not necessarily about talent or gifts. It's just more or less about moms or what you look like, or they're calling you out of your name. And like I said, I joined this sport because I loved it. And inevitably, you're going to have opposing fans do things that are going to help their team win. They love being involved. I don't want to take away that nature. It's just when you feel disrespected as a person, man or woman, and someone calls you out your name or does something like that, it doesn't make you feel good. And then when you react, and we had times in history where people have reacted and gone in the crowd, then we're wrong. And we need to be civilized, and we need to keep our calm, and we need to keep our cool, and then it's reflected on us. So, like I said, just want to keep it upfront and truthful. And it's just, unacceptable for that stuff to be happening. But we move on. So,
Harry, kind of piggybacking off Malika's question, James just said before you joined us that he doesn't think that banning fans does anything with this stuff because it continues to happen, and he'd like to see the process change with all this. I'm curious if you have a thought on that.
Yeah, I think each one of us have our own individual experiences, but as a black man playing in the NBA, dealing with a lot of this stuff is fairly difficult, because you never know when it can happen or what's going to happen at the end of the game or before the game. So banning fans, I get the objective, but at the same time, it doesn't stop people from running on the court. I've had situations in Cleveland where people have run on the court. I've had situations so often throughout my career where, we don't really talk about it because we want to be mentally tough. We want to be tough-minded. We don't want to be called soft or we're not man enough to deal with boos. And, fans never block my shot. So I'm not worried about that type of physical, type of violence. It's just, when they start doing things that are just out of character, just getting belligerently drunk. And, that's just what sports is. You mix drunk people out in the crowd that are cheering for their team. You have some fans that are there to watch the quality of the game. And then you have a mix of in between. And then you got this intermixing. And then now we don't know who's who. But like I said, I just want to move on from this, man. I've dealt with it as a player here as a Celtic of different things. And now being an opponent again, I just want to move on. So